Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man Lamb. It's complete. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. No, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
2nd and 20. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right. Yard line. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jaguars at 4-5, a game under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And this is caught that they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson is going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over the 46-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On the counter, Etienne. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think that...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To try again after the sack, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 29, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On third down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got it. 81.
Now Lawrence. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
61. Next box, right.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10. Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. He's now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jared Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the 27, Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. Brings up third down.
On the stick.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
the Texans, first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 30 on second down, Watson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Running out of the gun with ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Watson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Watson finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now here's a carry heading left. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, oh no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like the call. One to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another tote for ETN. And some room to work. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 33 in the first. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take the 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. Not deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Oh, my, it was up for grabs. Now no time on the clock. And an extra point will send us to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
First throw at OT for Watson. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This ball caught by Mechie. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before, and we've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. Try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here, or do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.